Hi GQ, I'm Sam Curran and this is my 10 essentials. My first essential item is my necklace. It's a necklace that I wear every single day, when I play, when I sleep, everything. My girlfriend gave this to me when I made my debut, so 6'8", I'm the 686th test match player for England. Every time you play for England in test cricket, you get given a number and you get a presentation, so it's a nice way to just look back and reflect on what I've achieved and back up my debut, I guess. My next essential item is a coffee machine. Being a cricketer and waking up early in the morning or having long days, it's always nice to have a coffee with my breakfast every morning. I probably take a coffee machine with me a lot on tour. We obviously play a lot around the world, so it's a nice way for myself and teammates to kind of get together on tour. We go to the team room or down to the lobby in the hotels where we kind of have a little coffee club and we all chat about our games or chat stories about just general life. All make coffees for each other and have competitions. We can do like the best barista art. My art's not very good, but it's a work in progress, like they say. We have this thing where everyone who wants to have a coffee on tour has to bring a kg of beans. Each player gets a bit of stick when they bring a bad flavoured bean. It's a lot of banter, but it's obviously a very nice way to unwind and relax and get us away from the pressures of being on the pitch. Obviously a massive dream of mine to play for England when I was incredibly young, but when you receive your England cap, you get given a nice box. I've obviously been very lucky to play all three formats for England, so this is a box that I take on tour with me and around the country anytime I'm playing for England, full of all my England caps that I've ever received, which is very special. I'm quite a sentimental guy in that regard, where I like to remember and kind of look back on special achievements. This is a T20 cap. I'm the 87th person to play for England, which is quite cool. My test cap's quite funny one actually. It's very worn and you don't really wash your test cap, which is quite disgusting, but I guess it's a tradition in cricket. My England Lions one is another one that comes with me. You play in the Lions team just before you get called up, so that will stay with me. And then receiving my county cap was probably another great memory of mine. I think that gives you inspiration to go to the next level, which is obviously playing for England. Most recently, actually winning the T20 World Cup in Australia last year was incredibly special. To get player of the tournament as well was an incredibly proud moment for myself, so hopefully that gives me more incentive and inspiration to get a few more World Cups and many more games for England. I bought in one of my favorite shoes. I really do like my footwear and fashion. I like to feel good and look good, I guess. Got a lot of different type of trainers, quite a lot of Nike shoes to be fair. After watching The Last Dance, I really enjoyed that. That's probably where I got the inspiration to start wearing loads of Nike shoes. I like my white trainers, but at the same time, there's nothing worse than a nice pair of white trainers getting messed up in like a busy crowd, I guess. From a very young age, I've always wanted to be a cricketer. I can't really say exactly what age I was, but having my dad being a cricketer playing professional cricket, it was born with us that we would probably be a cricket playing family. I've got two brothers, Tom and Ben, who both play. My dad, when we were growing up, built us a massive cricket net in the garden, and we always used to have back garden cricket days, a lot of fighting as young kids. Cricket ball was probably the first thing I reckon I ever got given or was kind of put in my hand probably at the age of 2 or something, saying, right, you're playing cricket now. I think it just represents the journey that we've had playing for England and kind of looks back on my whole childhood. As you get older, I fell in love with the game even more and understand that I wanted to do it as a job. So if I get like 5 wickets in a game, the umpire on the game, you kind of go up to them and say, can I please keep the ball? So every time I get a 5-wicket haul, I'll actually write around the ball like 5 for 55, and I'll say verse, say Sri Lanka or something. I'd always write on the ball, and I've got a nice collection of balls. I haven't taken millions of fifers, but I've got quite a few. We play so much cricket, so you can't forget different types of deliveries and different types of wickets that you've taken. So it's a great way to remind you that you took 5 wickets at this game, or it's where you had a successful tournament. My next essential item is my face cream. It's called Carol Joy London, which is just a lovely face cream. A lot of people have different types, but this is currently the one that I've been using for about a year now. It feels very good. Every morning, have a shower, put face cream on and kind of get ready for the day ahead. We're in the sun quite a lot as well, so I always want to keep looking young. I get a lot of stick for saying I look very young online, which is not a bad thing, but I guess maybe it's because of this. My next essential item is a bit of a cheat. It's a dairy milk chocolate bar. This is probably more for when I go on tour with England or a franchise cricket around the world. Kind of treat myself. When you go on tour, you go to different countries and some places might not have dairy milk, so I'm not going to mention how many I pack, but maybe 1, maybe 20. I think I'm fairly good with what I eat. I'm not probably allowed to have too many chocolates, but just don't tell the medical staff. Yeah, so it's just nice to obviously have a little treat now and again, treat myself if I have a good performance, or if I have a bad day, just kind of treat yourself to cheer me up. My next essential item is a portable camera. They've probably gone out the game with everyone using their photos of their phones. It's actually a nice way to be able to just take photos randomly. I quite like the process of taking it in. You have to print off the photos, which I find not many people do anymore, which is quite a nice thing. I guess it's pretty nice to just go take one of it where we are now, but we're lucky enough to tour some great places as well. So if we ever around the sea or a swimming pool or something like that, it's just ready for all occasions, I guess. It's a new sport I've actually just got into. It's very popular around the world now. It's a great way for me to unwind. A few of the guys in the team play a lot of paddle. I've got a lot of friends who play as well. Some people might not know it, but it's a version, a little bit of tennis and squash put together in a way. I love playing other sports. I love the competitive element that it brings. I'm getting better, but I wouldn't say I'm that good just yet. I played a lot of squash when I was younger, so that element always helps, but I feel like paddles are very much a touch game and angles and kind of movement on the court, which we're probably one step ahead with seeing lots of balls come at us, and we kind of used to reacting. So now it just comes down to a smaller racket and a bit more touch and I guess a net to get it over. Kind of weird one, but I bought in a bottle opener because I enjoy going down to like the pub and restaurants with my mates. So obviously couldn't bring the pub or the restaurant down, but that represents being able to be sociable. It's a nice way to just relax and think about other aspects of life and catch up with your friends. A go-to drink at the moment would probably be, in London, probably a neck oil. Not too many, but again, don't show the medical stuff. But a nice little Corona in the sun on the beach is quite nice as well. I'm not saying I drink a lot, but I like to treat myself now and again. That was my 10 essentials with GQ. Thank you for watching.